Like the way I'm managing him, I love him. He doesn't have money, but
true.
he has love. So we're enjoying the marriage. Yes. Well, there are lots of potential problem areas in marriage. I'll just mention about one or two for want of time, and he would say the others. Now, one potential problem I see in marriages is lack of communication. Sometimes some wives or some husbands don't know how to communicate with their spouses. You see them, they have a notion about something, they have something they suspect, and rather than bring it to the open, discuss about it, get answers, they begin to harbor grudges, and sometimes it may be wrong. They see a girl alight from the husband's car, and they say, "Oh, my husband is cheating." No, they haven't talked about it. "Ah, baby, who's that girl I saw?" They begin to harbor things in their mind, and from that lack of communication, it triggers something else. Before you know, the marriage has broken down irretrievably. Meanwhile, the sole cause of that broken marriage is just lack of communication. Another thing that poses as a potential problem area is the way spouses handle their exes. I've seen people say that, "Oh, well, there's nothing wrong in being friends with your ex. It's just about maturity, how you handle it." Well, maybe they are mature. But some of these people, from being too mature, they become children by falling into the traps and temptation. So the thing is, if you have an ex, first you should even let your spouse know some of these things that happened before you got married. If there was someone you were dating or someone you had something with, and maybe the person is even around, just let's see, maybe this person before I got married, so that if your spouse hears it tomorrow, it won't be an issue. But then people become too relaxed around their exes. They begin to call each other, text. Before you know, the ex knows you very well, knows your weak points. They can, before you, "Oh, it's just my ex." Before you know, they are getting involved in extramarital affairs, and that can cause a whole lot of problem. So these two are two of the potential problem areas in marriage.
Well, like my wife rightly said, my pretty wife rightly said, talking about the ex, it's only mathematics you're permitted to find ex. So in marriage, leave ex.
Leave ex.
In marriage, you have any business with ex. In mathematics, you can find ex. But in marriage, do away with ex. Ex is not needed. Okay? One potential area in marriage as well.
Problem area.
Problem area in marriage is talking about sexual compatibility or sexual satisfaction. When I say sexual satisfaction, I'm not saying a man must kill himself and be on top of his wife for 10 hours. The moment there is love, little things you do together can satisfy each other.
Yeah.
You understand? I put it to you that a woman can spend 10 hours with a man she doesn't love and will not be satisfied with just 1 minute with a man she is in love with. So sometimes when there is love, sexual compatibility and satisfaction will not be a problem. Even if it may not be too long, the short time can satisfy. Another thing also is financial stability. Sometimes people who want to say, "Oh, I want to get married to a man that is so rich, this, that." The truth is that in marriage, plenty money with little love will create problem. But plenty love with little money will not have problem, will not create problem in marriage. I've seen people that are so rich and yet there's no happiness in their home. I've also seen people without having much money and yet, like my wife and myself to say to ourselves that some people spend millions of dollars, billions of pounds, and trillions of euros and still cannot get the joy we get in just a few naira.
Like the way I'm managing him, I love him. He doesn't have money, but
true.
he has love. So we're enjoying the marriage. Yes.
Yes. So your partner may not have heaven and earth, but if there's love, you can make a heaven on earth. You get my point? So that's just that. The person may not be too rich, but let the person have a career that can carry you.
Wow.
Well, my pretty wife is a lawyer. If I borrow their word, there are certain things She used to tell me, she said, in the eyes of the law.
Okay, so.
So the law has a different view, different approach to certain things. So now, if you say domestic violence, me as a clergy, as a pastor, I will speak from the eyes of ministry. Now, if I speak as a minister of the gospel, domestic violence will not be a ground for divorce or separation, because as a minister, we see things out from, prayer changes things.
Try to encourage people to stay together.
Change your ways and stuff like that. So, as a pastor, there is nothing on earth that will make me advise or counsel someone to divorce. But that is not to say that I am against those that divorce. In essence, I am against divorce, but I don't crucify divorcees. You understand?
Because they are the ones who live in the home. They are the ones who have experienced what.
So I just leave God to judge at certain points, So I won't advise them to divorce, but I'll be praying, counseling you. But if the person divorces, it's my duty to see how
judge
to
the person,
restore the marriage. So as a clergy, but as an ordinary man, if I was not a pastor, if I was an ordinary man, and then someone divorced to save his or her life due to domestic violence and then divorced, I think that, I don't know, I may have had a different approach, but in the eyes of ministry, I don't see it as a ground for separation.
The one thing he does that I don't like, he farts.
You are telling me to do it now. You don't have to put that down. I would have given you an example.
Maybe you're discussing with him, you're in a certain kind of atmosphere. He will just fart and spoil it. You don't have to struggle to come back. That's one thing he does I don't like.
Well, I've asked her, there's a toilet for you to urinate, for you to poo, for you to have your birth. So I've asked her that if she doesn't want to be farting in her presence, she should be in the toilet for farting station. But I've not seen any toilets where you say this toilet is meant for people not to fart. You understand me? And that's just, and sometimes what she doesn't understand is that it ends up enhancing the law. Sometimes her head is resting on my lap or close to my body, and then there's a sound that just comes out, and then she jumps up suddenly with that shock. And then it's fun,
Oh no.
Here is God.
But she'll tell you, she's the best. I eat balanced diet, so when I fart, it doesn't really have a bad smell,
Really?
And sometimes it smells like a good perfume, a designer's perfume.
Perfect being.
What is she does that I don't like? The truth is, to tell you the gospel truth,
Think.
for me to remember, I have to think. Because
Think.
there's nothing I can really pick at and say this is one thing she does that I don't like. But that's not to say that she has never done anything before that I don't like. But I really can't. It's not something I can just remember immediately.
See?
But I think I don't like the fact that she doesn't like it when I fart.
Okay.
Wow, you want to say something?
No, you go first.
Well, if you remember, there's a question you asked me initially, and I said that I had an internal pressure. Now, marriage is not something you allow anybody to pressurize you into, because if someone should pressurize you to get married, the person has to pressurize you to stay married.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes to be married is what it will take to stay married.
Yeah.
I had an internal pressure to be married, and I have that same internal pressure to make my marriage work. Are you getting me? Now, if your parents are pressurizing you to get married, it's wrong. They're not going to. Anxiety, pressure can make you get married to a wrong person. You get me? It can make you get married to someone that is available and not someone that is desirable. You understand me? So don't allow people to pressurize you to getting married. And then these people will say that, your age. See, age is not the reason, shouldn't be your reason for getting married. I have seen people that rushed into marriage and they are divorced. I had people that are also close to me, relatives, friends, that rushed into marriage and they were younger than me, but they felt that their age, this, that, and even me was older. But to them, enjoying my marriage and they are divorced. Some of them are not divorced, but they are married to men that sometimes you are judging marital cases. Sometimes they are beaten up by their husbands and then they're hospitalized. And what I've enjoyed in my marriage for just these 6 years, some persons didn't enjoy for 60 years in marriage.
Sure.
So nobody should pressurize you. I've seen people that died due to the fact that they married the wrong person. But I've never seen anybody that died because they didn't marry early. I've never seen anybody that what killed the person is they didn't marry early. But I've seen people that died because they married the wrong person. So please, nobody should pressurize to get married, and your age shouldn't be any problem. Just enjoy your life at the appropriate time, get married.
Okay, I think that what the people want to, age is just a number. I've seen people who are young lead older people. Now the thing is, it is your character that actually attracts people to you. It is your character that can make someone older than you to remain under you. Okay? So what people look out for is not just the age, but how well you behave, what you have to offer. And it entails a lot of things. When I mean character, the way you talk, the way you dress, the way you handle issues, your level of maturity, the way you respect people. The fact that you have older women who are, more accomplished in your fellowship or in your church, and as a younger person, you're the one who is in charge, doesn't mean that because they're under you, you should treat them anyhow. You should respect them because they are older. While they respect you because you are, at the helm of affairs, you're in charge. So for me, it is not a problem because I behave myself well. I speak, it's not pride though. So, but actually what they want to see is not the age, it's just how well you behave, the wisdom that comes out of your mouth.
Your appearance. Okay.
Your appearance, yeah.
Interesting. Woo! Special thing about my wife?
Yes.
Wow. She has a lot of special qualities, but since it's a special thing, I'll just mention one. My wife has a unique beauty.
Hey.
And then that's why I called her from my wedding day. When they asked what I'm going to call her, I call her my pretty wife because her beauty is captivating.
Wow.
I'm so proud of her. And then every moment with my wife is something you cannot imagine. Are you understanding me? She has a sweetness. Let me not spoil it. She has a sweetness. Okay, that cannot be found anywhere in the world. Cannot be gotten from any other person in the world.
Okay.
That's just that special thing, and that's why I love her so much. I don't joke with her. Yes.
For me, you have just put me in a box right now because you say, what is that one special thing? And I love the way he loves me.
Wow.
The way he celebrates me, Sometimes there are things he does and I'm wondering, this man, are you sure you're not overdoing this thing? Are you sure it's who I really am? But I love the way he loves me, the way he covers me, the way he defends me. That's just one of the things I love about him. He's just a loving person.